Hi, I'm Zina Fontaine of The Sensual Revolution, and this is episode 10 of the Luscious Monday Motivation. So this week, I would love to introduce a practice that you can do entirely on your own. Whether you're partnered or you're completely solo, this practice is for you. Last week, I introduced a very short tantric practice that you can do with your partner. So if you're curious, you can go watch episode 9. And today, this is all about you. But the invitation here is a little bit different. I want to invite you into the concept that even if you're partnered, is extremely important and very beneficial to have your very own tantric or sexual practice. So why would we need a solo sexual practice if we already have someone to play with, right? I totally get the question. Well, let's consider that when two people have been together for a while, so anyone in a long-term relationship will completely understand this dynamic. There is a dependency that can be created when one person expects the other person to fulfill them, or when one person is expecting to have to fulfill another person. There's a lot of tension that can get created through that dynamic, right? But imagine when two people are fully fulfilled, what happens when they come together? It becomes this other dimension of relationship. There's no need for the other person to fulfill them. They are completely fulfilled entirely on their own. And when you show up because you desire to show up. It's not because you're needing anything from the other person. And so having a fully satisfying sexual practice allows you to be whole without needing the other person to help you with that wholeness. It doesn't mean you don't want to interact. It doesn't mean you don't want to be there. It doesn't mean you don't desire to be with that other person, but you don't need them in that specific way. So having a sexual practice that is very fulfilling is super helpful for relationships in general. Now, I know that for some people, just the idea of having a conversation around having a solo sexual practice sounds so daunting. Like, how do I even approach this, especially when you've been doing things the same way for so long? So I totally get that. But if you just begin by having those little conversations without even getting to anything yet, you can really start to spark up the flame in the relationship. So having these conversations about wanting to explore your body more on your own and then coming together for the conversation after can be really hot. It can be really powerful for the relationship. And now how do you do it? Well, you can start the practice by doing it together in the same room if you wish, and then slowly kind of start to do it on your own. Or you could just start exploring and then come together after to describe, how did that go for you? You know, what did you discover? Is there anything you want to share about it? It can become a really powerful way to communicate your needs around your sexuality, what you desire and what you really appreciate. It's a beautiful, beautiful practice. So now, to share a very easy, quick practice that you can do on your own is to basically just, as you are self-pleasuring, inhale into the pleasure, wherever you're feeling it in your body. Inhale into it. And as you exhale, move the energy in all the 5 directions of your body. So up your trunk, out your arms, and down your 2 legs. So inhale wherever the pleasure is. Exhale and move it throughout your body. So just the basic practice of starting to move your energy around in your body can lead to beautiful explorations, discoveries, and a very ecstatic experience. So I would love if you would try it out and leave me a comment to let me know how all of this went for you, whether the conversation or just starting to have a personal practice within your relationship is going for you. I'm Zina Fontaine of The Sensual Revolution, and I've got a free audio training available called Ignite Your Desires, and you can find that in the Let's Get Sensual link in my profile if you are on Instagram, and otherwise I'll be putting a link below the video if you're on YouTube or on Facebook. I will be seeing you very soon. I'm sending you sexy vibrations all over, and have a beautiful, beautiful week.